This is Minecraft Dungeons. We're on Xbox Series X. The game retains, or well, inherits its Xbox One X enhancements. That means we're getting a 4K resolution at 60 FPS with HDR support, and also crossplay is now available. And the game does not feature online matchmaking, which is a little disappointing, but you can invite people to join into your match, so you could play it with friends. So this is an interesting take on, I guess you could say, the whole dungeon crawling genre. It feels very much like, I guess you could say, Diablo. It actually would be a really good introduction to that for the younger ones out there. It's definitely something I think any audience type can play and get into, and it's a lot of fun with a lot of neat abilities, and of course it really does capture that fun Minecraft style of play, but just translates it beautifully into this genre. And I can't wait to see what else they do with Minecraft in the future, because I think there's a lot of potential for them to do some interesting things with, you know, the core concept of what Minecraft is. So I should also mention that we're playing at a little bit of a lower challenge level. You can really amp up the difficulty if you want, in order to provide more of a challenge for you and your friends if you want to go that route. And you know, you'll need better armor and weapons and stuff like that in order to do so. So you can see that option there, and then my inventory. So you get lots of different weapons, lots of different items. There's tons of replayability in this one. The levels feel a little bit dynamic and a little bit, you know, challenging as you go through them multiple times, because you never know what kind of loot or new challenges you're going to face depending on, like, you know, your level of difficulty. There's boss fights, there's passive creatures you can attack, like the poor cow I just munched there. And yeah, it's just a really gorgeous, smooth running, and very well done game. I really do quite like this. I think they absolutely nailed the concept of what they were aiming for with this one, and it's a blast. They've also been supporting it with this great DLC content that just keeps adding like new locations, a few new levels every time, and like new areas that sort of expand the main narrative past the core game. I think those ones are wonderfully done as well, and it's just an overall really great time. I had a blast playing this. I reviewed it earlier in the year, I guess you could say. It was, yeah, I can't believe it was that long ago already. It feels like an eternity with the amount of stuff I've been working through. But yeah, it was a real treat working through it at the time. I had a lot of fun with it. I actually think I might have been one of the first to come across the secret Moo area that I'm going to show after this one, which was kind of delightful. But yeah, I had a good time playing this ahead of launch, discovering its secrets, playing with friends, battling it out. And I also got to mention that if I do say that I did that my pal Acidic helped too. I always give credit when I get an assist, but we sort of worked on that together, which was fun at the time. It definitely was enjoyable. But yeah, as you could see with the environments, it looks really detailed, quite fantastic. And there are hidden secrets as well. We get like a bit of a, I guess you could call it almost an isometric visual aesthetic. It just sort of flows really well, and the Minecraft like look really carries over effectively onto other games. I'm a little bit shocked at how well it actually does, because this really does look fantastic, right? I mean, like, the visual details, the little characters, keeping that charm of the Minecraft series, but yet presenting it in what is basically like a Diablo type way, I think works out very well for it. So you can see here we've got like an overlay map that we can pop up. I'm just kind of looking to see, you know, if there's any secrets or anything I might come across by going a little bit off the off-beaten path, but that does not seem to be the case. There's also like a bit of a story here. You know, you're battling this like arch-illager thing that has been like wronged, then there's a sense of like friendship and, you know, goodwill. It's a very light game because it's meant to be played by everyone, right? It's an all audiences, all ages type of experience, and they do a really good job with it. It's actually kind of weird that I'm revisiting this already, considering the fact that, you know, I did review it earlier in the year, but I thought it was worthwhile to kind of showcase there's the arch-illager. But yeah, I didn't see any signs of it necessarily getting an Xbox Series X optimization, because it's already running so well. I'm not sure what else they'd really do with it, but yeah, that's kind of why I jumped the gun and was like, you know what, we'll showcase it off here just to kind of present it, just for those new people over the years that are going to be looking at this one. Keep in mind it is forever going to be on Xbox Game Pass if you want to jump in that way, which I think is a great option because it's first party. Microsoft owns the magic of Minecraft, which is such a wonderful, well-loved franchise. And, well, is it a franchise? Well, I guess they got a few games now, but yeah, I don't know what you call it. It's just a very well-done series that they've continued to support and grow and develop over the years, and I can't wait to really see what they're going to do with it in the future, because if we're going to see more projects like this, I'd actually really like to see, Minecraft Dungeons 2. I think it's the type of game that you could keep, releasing additional like sequels for and growing it outwards. I think there's definitely the potential for that. We're already seeing great support for it though, with the new like content they add, the different like creatures and things you deal with. It's actually got a shockingly good amount of Minecraft, I don't know if you could say lore, but characters, the mobs and everything like that are presented here. And it kind of shows that it's just like a prime universe that's like just absolutely ripe. Oh, I shot right through the sheep. That's kind of just ripe for doing, these smaller, more, I guess you could say, intimate types of adventures with. I think it could deliver a lot of really interesting content down the road, at least story-wise. Yeah, I don't know why I bothered. Well, I guess I could recycle all the armor or whatever. Because there's these great shops and everything like that, and they've kind of refined the shop system too a bit at your home base that we showed off at the start, just in terms of being able to, kind of use your bonuses in order to get more, I guess you could say, armor types and roll out for more like units and things. Like the amount of detail within the armor and everything is kind of fascinating. Not in terms of like visually it's cool, but the different abilities you can have, like different advantages. Like I think there's something where you like roll and you do like a shock attack, or there's different types of bonuses and benefits you can get from your armor. Wow, that's kind of scary. Loot pig! Oh, and a really cool story that I have to share. If you're on the channel, I definitely suggest looking into this. But they actually sent me, when I went to review this, a Minecraft chest. It's like 1 of 100. I have a video up where I unbox it. And it's like a real-life chest from the game. And it's amazingly designed. It's so cool. And it had all this like cool stuff in it. It was a lot of fun to like open that one up and like see it arrive. I was like, what is this? Because I had no idea that it was coming. So yeah, I was a little blown away by that. I really did absolutely love that one. I thought it was a really good sort of surprise. It was definitely interesting. And yeah, I just thought I'd plug that because I think that's a video worth checking out too, because I opened it up and it's like, wow, it's so cool. Yeah, I tend to get some really interesting, I guess you could say, Minecraft stuff usually sent over. I tend to fall into the Minecraft range because I cover a ton of Minecraft because I love the series so much. Lots of fun to play. But yeah, this one was a blast to review because it was so different. I guess you could say it was so unique in the design and what you're doing in it. Are we near the end of this level? I don't feel that we are, but I want to show off the mushroom one. So we're going to back out and we're going to switch over to that one so that we can show off the mushrooms. It's like a secret one. I really don't think it's spoiling anything by providing it, because it's just like a hidden area that you sort of unlock by doing a puzzle, which I do have a video up for in case you were wondering. But yeah, we're gonna drop that down because this one's a little bit of mayhem, but it's fun to show. It's really cool, and there's like all these like neat levels. There's a good amount here. I don't know, I think it offers a lot, and there's a lot of different things you can do in this game, and it's got a good amount of challenge, a good amount of scaling, neat locations, neat challenges, neat ways to play. It's a lot of fun. I don't know, I think there's a lot that this one offers, and I think it's insanely great value across different platforms. And it's definitely worth checking out if you've never played it before. it really hits the void of needing like a newer Diablo type title well, and it can also be a very good introduction type of game for people that, you know, want to maybe get the younger ones into, I guess, the Diablo design when they're older, because it definitely hits the mark of being a great dungeon crawler. And it's also fun. I mean, if you've played Minecraft, or you know someone that's played Minecraft, and you're like, you know, what might be something similar and fun that they can get into, this is definitely it. I feel so bad. I love the mushrooms. They're my favorite animal. I'm just like wholesale slaughtering them. It feels so awful. They're just like the most, I don't know how you could call it, like suicidal and like dead-eyed type of creature ever. They just like walk into death. Like, this is regular Minecraft I'm talking about. They like just kind of like walk off cliffs, and they go to danger all the time. They're so hard to keep like safe. It drives me nuts. I love these creatures so much, but yeah, they're definitely not the brightest ones out there. They just kind of aimlessly walk towards weird places, but they are an absolute delight and a treasure within the series. But TNT cleans them up a bit. But this is just a fun level where you get to kind of unleash on things. And I guess it's based on an actual like Diablo Easter egg from like years back too, which is sort of fun to think about and consider when you're diving in here and looking at this one. Where are we actually headed? Is this the right way? Yeah, this looks like it's the right way. There's a bit of a surprise towards the end of this one too, where they do something weird. Oh, it's an enchanted mushroom. That's danger. I died. See, you get so many lives too, which is kind of fun. But I think that sort of wraps up what I need to show in Dungeons. If you've never played it before, it's definitely worth diving into, and an absolute blast for really any type of audience that might be interested in this sort of thing, or has like played Minecraft and stuff in the past. It definitely hits the mark as a fun time, a challenging time too for any audience type, and I think it's kind of delightful. So many mushrooms, way too many mushrooms.